Good morning to all of you. We are going to discuss a civil case, particularly under Order 21, Section 33, Order 21 of the CPC. Section 33 deals with judgment and decree. So, when once the judgment is given, normally decree follows. So, after the decree, you have to file an execution petition under Order 21. Friends, you may be knowing Order 21, it has got 106 rules. So with which you can study the entire CRPC. The JDR, he can take rescue or he can take shield under the CPC in one or other provisions, under one or other of the rules. 106 rules are there. And you have to remember section 47 also. So whenever the JDR questions the court, let it be the executing court, let it be the transferred court, whatever court is, when he files a petition regarding the execution and he raises a question, it has to be answered. That's all. So the court cannot say, Are Baba, Ongole court has given the so-called decree, you go and file a petition. No. Section 47 throws a responsibility on the court to give clarification for any doubt. So taking advantage of all these things, a case was moved for 50 years, 5 decades. Of course, ultimately, Honorable Supreme Court of India has finalized the case, and Honorable Supreme Court of India, Justice Hemant Gupta and V. Ram Subramaniam, they have indicated that it is a classic case which has to be put into the law colleges as a subject, because the law students can devolve around all the defenses used by the JDR, and it will move around the entire provisions of the CPC, and the students will know how the defense can be attributed and how it has been cut short by the courts. So all this classic case to be studied by the students. That's why I am making a video of this case. You can read this case as Deepali Bishwas and others versus Nirmalender Mukherjee and others. You can see the judgment in LL 2021 SC 538. Right? So actually, the judges thought it a fit case to be included in the curriculum of the law colleges. Going into the details of the case, so this Deepali Bishwas is the legal representative of Shashidhar Bishwas. Shashidhar Bishwas took money of rupees 3,000 from Nirmalender Mukherjee in the year 1971. He did not repay the money. Of course, before 3 years itself, he has taken the money. He did not repay the money. Therefore, Nirmalender Mukherjee filed an original suit in 1971 in the concerned court. Right? So, the court took it on file, normally asked the defendant, that is Shashidhar Bishwas, to file his written statement. Written statement was given, but he was absent. So, according to Order 9, Rule 6, it was taken as ex parte, and ex parte judgment was given in the year 1974, basing on Order 9, Rule 6. That is, when the defendant is absent, appearance or non-present, and the defendant is absent, when the plaintiff is present, definitely the court can give judgment basing on the material facts. So, ex parte decree has been given. Now, as far as the execution part, Nirmalender Mukherjee, he filed the execution petition in the year 1975. Of course, Shashidhar Bishwas could not repay the money. Of course, he has got some property, so he has got a site of 7,450 square feet. So it was called for auction. So when it is auctioned or when it is put for sale, then only the amount can be recovered. So court accepted as an attachment and sale. The orders were given. Now the defendant or JDR Bishwas, he filed an application to set aside the sale proceedings. So sale proceedings basing on Order 21, Rule 90 and also Section 152 CPC. This is the first round of litigation. 5 rounds of litigations are there. First round, he filed an application to set aside the decree 150 CPC. So the judgment can be actually modified, judgment can be amended. So like that 152, Order 21, Rule 90. Rule 90 says it is an application to set aside on the grounds of irregularity or fraud. First round is on irregularity, but the court did not agree that there is any material irregularity and dismissed the same. So basing on the concurrence by the court, the auction was held in the year 1979 and an amount of, it was purchased for an amount of rupees 5,500 by the auctioneers. And once again, second round of litigation is like this. Actually, he played fraud. How? He has approached the other party, that is Nirmala Mukherjee, and some elders, and he said that yes, he will hand over the property to the auctioneers. First, he will repay the amount. Then auctioneer said, okay, if you pay the money, we don't need that property. Then he said, okay, the matter was taken to the court. The court also considered that the matter is settled and they have struck down the case, but he did not give back the money. Once again, back to court. So they have filed another petition before the court that the execution was not complete. This happened after 13 years. Right? Now once again he said that this is not correct and the sale is on fraud. Right? So now the court did not agree. The third stage, once again Bishwas filed a fresh suit to set aside the auction as void. So it was also dismissed as abated. Right. In this connection, he filed a revision petition also in parallel because the sale certificate issued is not as per the norms of the auction. So it was also dismissed by the High Court in 2001. 1971, now we came to 30 years, 2001. Right. In the meanwhile, the so-called Bishwas, he constructed a building in the same site. He did not give any money to the auction purchasers. Moreover, he constructed a beautiful building there. And the auction purchasers, they have approached the court in 2002 stating that please see that our amount is given. We don't want to pick up a quarrel with him. And of course, since they have to file a case, they filed a case seeking demolition of the building and handing over to them. Right, it was not done, and in the meanwhile, Bishwas died. Now, fourth round, his relatives or his legal representative, Deepali Bishwas, now they have taken charge as LRs, and once again, they appealed against the order of the court. So, this was also dismissed in the year 2006. Now, fifth round, these legal representatives, they filed a fresh application under section 47 CPC. So, stating that the sale did not follow the manipulated provision under Rule 64 of the Order 21. That means, whenever you have to sell certain property in auction, so the property should be such that it should equate the amount of the so-called amount for the DHR. Suppose if 3,000 has to be given, the property worth about 3,000 to 4,000 has to be sold. But here the property worth about 5,500 has been sold away. Now, it matter has come to the Supreme Court after 9 years. It was also done. So, Supreme Court clearly stated that the property of 7,450 is incapable of division. Number one. Second, the objection of Rule 64, it was not actually raised at the early hour, first time only in 2006 only time. So if you say that the sales certificate or the property of limited, so it's not actually have not risen the condition, and therefore it is only to protract the policy, this procedure of the CPC. He has taken advantage, and therefore it is a classic case. So this JDR cannot be allowed to raise objections to the execution in installments. So the special leave petition filed by Deepali Bishwas and others is cancelled, dismissed. So ultimately the property will be handed over to the auction purchasers who will pay the money to Nirmala Mukherjee. Very good case. a case which is a classic study. Please study the entire case and enrich your legal knowledge. Thank you.